The Legend of Shadow Lane. In the small town of Creepsville, there was a legend that everyone knew. The legend was about Shadow Lane, a dark and mysterious street that was said to be haunted. They said that anyone who walked down Shadow Lane at midnight would see strange shadows and hear whispers. Some even claimed to have seen ghosts. Two curious kids, Max and Lily, were fascinated by this legend. They loved reading about mysteries and spooky stories, and they decided to investigate the truth about Shadow Lane. They made a plan to go there at midnight and see what would happen. "Are you sure about this, Max?" asked Lily, a little nervous but excited. "Of course. We have to find out if the legend is true," Max replied, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. They prepared their flashlights, cameras, and a notebook to jot down anything they might find. They also told their parents that they were staying at each other's houses for a sleepover, so they wouldn't worry. Finally, the night came, and the clock struck 12. Max and Lily stood at the entrance of Shadow Lane, their hearts pounding with excitement and fear. "Ready?" Max asked. Lily took a deep breath and nodded, "Ready." As they started walking down the dark street, they felt a chill in the air. The wind howled, and the trees seemed to whisper their names. They looked at each other and pressed on, determined to find the truth. After a while, they reached the part of the lane where most of the sightings were reported. They turned on their flashlights and started to look around. Suddenly, they saw a shadow move in the corner of their eyes. "What was that?" Lily gasped. "I don't know, but let's find out," Max said, trying to be brave. They followed the shadow, and as they turned the corner, they saw something that took their breath away. It was a ghostly figure, transparent and shimmering, looking at them with sad eyes. The ghost spoke, "Help me." Max and Lily were frozen in shock. Was this real? Was the legend true? What did the ghost want? Their adventure had just begun, and they knew that they had to help this ghost and unravel the mystery of Shadow Lane. Max and Lily couldn't believe their eyes. The ghost looked at them, its eyes filled with sorrow and desperation. They could feel that it wanted to communicate something important. "Who are you?" Max finally managed to ask, his voice trembling. "I'm Emily," the ghost replied, her voice soft and distant. "I need your help to find peace." Lily's fear slowly turned into compassion. "What can we do to help you?" she asked. Emily told them her story. She was a young girl who lived in the town many years ago. She had gotten lost on Shadow Lane and never found her way back. She was trapped, unable to move on. "I need you to find my locket," Emily said. "It was a gift from my mother. It's the key to setting me free." Max and Lily agreed to help. They promised to find the locket and return it to Emily. The ghost thanked them and disappeared, leaving them with a sense of purpose and determination. The next day, they started their search. They looked everywhere in Shadow Lane but found no trace of the locket. They decided to visit the town's library to look for old records and maps. With the help of the librarian, they found an old map of the town. It showed a hidden path in Shadow Lane that led to an abandoned house. Max and Lily realized that the locket might be there. That night, they returned to Shadow Lane, armed with courage and the map. They followed the hidden path and found the abandoned house. It was old and covered in vines, a place forgotten by time. They entered the house, their flashlights revealing dusty furniture and cobwebs. They searched room by room until they found a small wooden box in the attic. Inside the box, they found the locket. It was beautiful, with a picture of a young girl and her mother inside. They knew it was Emily's. They returned to the spot where they had seen Emily and held up the locket. The ghost appeared again, smiling and thanking them. "You have set me free," she said. "Thank you." With those words, she vanished, leaving behind a sense of peace and warmth. Max and Lily looked at each other, smiling. They had solved the mystery of Shadow Lane and helped a lost soul find peace. They knew that they had done something truly special. The legend of Shadow Lane was no longer just a story. It was real, and they had been a part of it. They walked back home, knowing that they had experienced something that they would never forget.